Getting more sales, having a higher revenue does not mean you're financially successful. And I'm going to prove it to you today. Let me tell you a quick story. In the beginning of my book, Badass Your Brand, I talk about how in 2014, 3 years into business, we found ourselves in $40,000 of debt. What I didn't tell you is that the previous 12 months, we had actually done about $250,000 in sales. Now, when you hear $250,000 in sales, you think, wow, you did $250,000, right? That's what marketers say. $250,000 in sales? You must be successful. But I was working every day of the week, every week of the year. I was exhausted and I was in debt. So I wasn't even taking home any money. Is that financial success? Of course not. I would rather work a normal number of hours and take home in my pocket $100,000. A lot of people, their goal in business is just to make $100,000. Let me do some quick, simple math for you. If you work 50 hours a week, which I was working more, and you charge $40 an hour, and you work 52 weeks a year, which is basically what I was doing, you will make over $100,000. Yeah, you can make $100,000 charging $40 an hour. All of a sudden, it doesn't sound that difficult, right? Because we spend more hours than that building our businesses and we're not getting paid for it. Making a high revenue is not that hard. Making a high revenue where it's profitable, where you're not busting your butt all the time, where you're working a normal number of hours and you're actually taking money home in your pocket, that's what's challenging. We all hear the marketing language out there. How I made $1 million, how I made $2 million, or all these big numbers. You know what they're not telling you? They're not telling you how much time they spent to do it, and they're not telling you how much profit they took home. A couple years after that moment, in 2014, I was in this organization called EO. I was in the Accelerator Program. Accelerator Program is for anyone making $250,000 or more, but less than $1 million, because EO is a $1 million plus organization. So if you're in the Accelerator Program, you're in it to get to $1 million. And that was the carrot, right? We were all like, oh, we want to get to $1 million, we want to get to $1 million. Except at that time, because I was more profitable at that time, I knew some EOers who had $1 million businesses and they were taking home less money than I was. They were working more than I was and taking home less, because making sales does not make you financially successful. This is a key mindset shift that anybody who wants to build a profitable creative agency needs to make. Because if you are only chasing revenue and you're only chasing sales and you're only chasing the number, but you have no concept of how to make it profitable, of how to package your services and your offers so that they keep you profitable, then you will end up like I was, making lots of money, having a number that you can tout and be proud of, and yet not taking anything home to show for it and working all the time. And that's not what we went into business for, is it? This is, I think, one of the most surprising things that people learn when they come into my program, the No BS Agency Mastery Program, because I talk a lot about the numbers. And I know a lot of people don't like to talk about the numbers. They don't understand it. They feel like, oh, I'm not good at math. I love numbers, and my job is to make it super, super simple so that you see the numbers in a new way, in a way that's fun. I've actually been told I make Excel fun. I didn't say it, other people said it, but it's fun when you understand how simple it is and how knowing and understanding certain numbers can actually set your whole business up for so much more success and really to be the kind of business that you want.